Hey, a great song here, folks. Shane back with you from Guitar at Work. Welcome back. This is The Way by Fastball, and I'll send this out to Michael somewhere near Kelowna, BC, on the other side of Canada from me. But Michael, pleasure to meet you, and thanks for stopping in. We have got a great song here. Let me play a bit of now. This easy, actually. I'm going to use a capo on the 2nd fret. There's lots of versions of this, lots of videos out there showing you how to do it with all bar chords and all. That's not going to appeal to a lot of us, I know that. So this is with the capo. No bar chords whatsoever. And you know, the capo is not just so you can avoid bar chords. The capo is meant to preserve open, beautiful, luscious, open sounding chords, like open chords. That's why they call them open chords. Whereas the bar chords have a more closed kind of effect. And so it's not uncommon to have one guitar in a recording playing without a capo, one guitar playing with a capo. So you're preserving, getting the best of both worlds, okay? So this is a good version of it with all no bar chords whatsoever. And let me play a bit of it here. I'll get the Beatbuddy going, just get 1, 3, 5. Easy chords. Have some repeats, that's the verse, and there's a really catchy chorus just using basic chords, G's, D's, and C's. Piece of cake. So a really good one. We'll go through a full play along as always, and a slow play along just to get the hang of a couple of verses maybe. And I want to thank you for coming back. All your subscribing and thumbs up have meant the world here, and I really appreciate that. It's been a pleasure to meet some of you via your comments and stuff like that. So keep them coming, guys. And great suggestion, Michael. Thanks again for that. I'll send you as always to patreon.com/guitar@work. I've got 3 pages here for you. 2 pages of song sheet, 1 page with the details, chord shapes, etc., and some strumming information in there. I'll go through it all in the video, but very helpful to have the sheets for Patreon. You don't have to, it's not a lifelong commitment. There's a ton of songs up there you can grab, play along with me on all of them, and I'm getting some great feedback. So head to patreon.com/guitar@work, and as always affiliated with Singular Sound with the Beatbuddy and the Aeros Looper. We'll put both of those to work today. My favorite 2 people in the world, the Aeros Looper and the Beatbuddy. Fantastic. Jump on an E minor, capo 2, guys, E minor. We all know and love an E minor. Now, I've written the basic strumming pattern on the right side of your page 1 there is your plain old folk strum, you've heard it called. Down, down, up, up, down, up. That's the basic mechanics of it for sure. Down, down, up, down, up. And all we're going to do to that is on the 2nd downstroke, give it a bit of a rake. I'll call it a rake down. Give it that kind of tangoy. Down. And on the 1st downstroke, it's all in the devil's in the details. On that 1st downstroke, I'm kind of only playing the bass note-ish, maybe the 2 lowest strings, the 2 thickest strings, not going all the way through because I really want that rake to stand out. So bass, and then drag it. You growl. That's bass, down, up, down, up, bass, down, up. That's just sitting on E minor, bass, down, up. Okay, there's also an A minor. I'm going to go to that. Piece of cake. Now remember, your bass note is now changed to the A string, the 2nd thickest string, because it's X'd out on your chord diagram. And now B7. Go to B7, and for those of you that don't know, what is this guy here? That's an essential chord. It can be a bit of a tangle, no doubt about it, but try to assemble it the same way each time so you do get better at getting there. That's 2nd finger, 1st finger, ring finger, and pinky. There you go. You need that chord. Many, many songs. So that's bass, down, up. Bass again is on the same string as the A minor was on the A string. I'm not including the bass note in the rakes so that they do sound separate. That's your B7. Down, down. Now E7. Here's an E minor. I'm just going to take my ring finger off, tweak, and put my 1st finger on the 1st fret of that G string. That's E7. There's many E7s, but that's the one you want for this song. It'll strike you as odd when you first hear it, but it's going to resolve to E minor. And that's A minor. Summer slacking. E minor. Where were they going? 1 pattern per chord, so you got to get quickly to that B7. Now, hey, look at E minor and B7. Your middle finger doesn't have to move, and he should not move. That keeps, it's like the glue between chords. I'll do that again. E minor, your second finger, your middle finger is in the right spot. Dook. Now, some people play their E minors with 1 and 2. That's not wrong. I've always preferred 2 and 3 myself, just for situations like this, but 1 and 2 has advantages too. So I'm going to go B7, without ever knowing the way. That's your verse, okay? And a lot of the song right there. The chorusy bit, you hit a G. Now, for some contrast in the chorus, it gets heavy rocky in there. I'm going to go to a straight, if you're just one person playing the guitar, you don't want to play the same pattern all the way through. Maybe you want some difference between the verses and the choruses in this case. So on the chorus, I'm going to go a straight down up, so with accent on 2 and 4, which is snare drum. I'm just going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Jump on a G chord there, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and to a D, paved in gold. E minor, it's always summer. B7, you'll never get old. C, you'll never get hungry. G, you'll never get old. Now on this D, third line of each chorus, there's 2 Ds in a row. You could just strum it like we were. And gray. You could do that. You're going to clearly hear jump out at you in the recording a really cool shuffle. I love the idea. It's fresh. Just like, if you've ever done any blues stuff, you've definitely run into that. It's on your detail sheet. You could have a peek there, or here I'm going to put my first finger on the 2nd fret of that G string. 2nd fret from the capo. When we have a capo on, we pretend we don't have a capo, we just call it the 2nd fret. There's your 2nd fret of the G string, first finger, and I'm going to play the D and the G together. That's your 3rd thickest and 4th thickest strings. Those are just 2 notes. I'm going to rest that right hand here for a bit of detail. I'm going to do that twice. I'm going to leave him there and put my ring finger on the 4th fret of the G, and then go back to the original. Okay, so let's do that again. 2nd fret, 4th fret, ring finger. If you're having trouble stretching, if your thumb's up like that, you're going to have trouble stretching. Even with the length of these digits, you don't want that thumb up and over like that. Just get them down and enable the stretch. So here it is, the top. 1 and 2 and repeat. 3 and 4. And it's not that tricky, but you gotta be pretty surgical with your right hand. If you hit one string thicker or thinner, it tends to cloud things up a bit. So you count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and let me take it from the 3rd line of the chorus. They'll never get hungry. G. They'll never get old. Shuffle and gray. You can see the shadows. So it really jumps out. It's a nice bit of contrast. But if you just want to play through the song today and put that in the back burner, the shuffle part, you could just strum the D chord, 2 bars of that. So hey, E minor, guys, that's it. That's all. That's all. And it comes in 121 beats per minute. And what if I go down to 101 beats per minute just to do, I'm going to do 2 verses and a chorus for the slow play along, and then we'll go all the way through. So let's dial up on the Beatbuddy here for 121. And I'm just so you know, I'm using the Pop 12 pattern at 121 beats a minute on the Beatbuddy. If you have your Beatbuddy, Pop 12 pattern comes pre-installed. How did I know which one to use? Remember how you always go to the website, Singular Sound, and go to the Beatbuddy menu, and you're going to find that song matching tool. Type in the name of the song, it came up and gave me some options there. So 121, I'll break down 101 and play along. Now the golden thing about play alongs, supposing the B7, I can't get there on time. So you skip it, you try to get there, and then you get to the next chord on time, okay? There's still value in that you're having to keep track of where you are, okay? Because that's a big deal at first. So you struggle, okay, abandon ship and get to the next chord, okay? Try not to, if you're playing with others, try not to strum while you're struggling, maybe because you're not set up, it's not going to sound great. So it's all about recovery skills, okay? It's real-time play-alongs. So there's a 4-bar intro. E minor, sit on 4 patterns on E minor, and here we go. 1, 2, there's 3. Made up their minds, and they started packing. B7 they left before. The sun came up, E minor that day. E7, exit to eternal, A minor, summer slacking. E minor, where were they going without ever knowing the way? Second verse coming. They drank up the wine, A minor, and they started talking. That's it, look ahead, B7, so you can get there. They now had more important E minor things to say. E7, when the car broke down, they started walking. E minor, where were they going without ever knowing the way? D, G, one chorus. Paved in gold, E minor. It's always B7. They'll never get old. They'll never get hungry. They'll never get gold. They shuffle gray. G, you can see the shadow. D, off somewhere. E minor. They won't make it home. B7. They really don't care. C, they want it through highway. G, they're happy. There, D, shuffle today, B7 today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, good. So that's two verses and a chorus. Notice at the end of the chorus, it went to B7 straight down. So it's 1, 2, 3. Got a little bit of a build. You're going to pick up on that type of thing if you're playing to the recording, right? You're kind of forced to react. You notice the band reacts on that, and I'll bring it back up to 121. That was your slow play along, so you really should be able to do that before you venture into this one at 121. This is concert speed here, and I've also written on your detail sheet about midway down, third line, excuse me, the articulated strum. So it's also kind of nice to add for contrast. I'm going to go bass, rake, and then play the high E, and back to the B string, and then strum down. So what was that? So bass, rake, and then two notes. And down, up. So we're just taking out an up, down in there. So bass, down, up, down, bass. So you're taking out and removing it two upstrokes in your bass. So both of those notes, those open strings are being played with upstrokes. Okay, so that's bass, down, up. A minor. B7, E minor, that's on your sheet, the articulated strum. I think you'll probably hear me going from that to a straight strum on the chorus, and then maybe back to the non-articulate version of that. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down. And then once in a while, right, just you need some tools in your toolbox, otherwise it's going to sound the same all the way through. Okay, so Beatbuddy up 121, and you can go the Beatbuddy if you use the promo code GAW10. Links are in the description below. You get 10% off of Beatbuddy. There's several to choose from, and it helps us support this channel. Greatly appreciate it. It's amazing how many people have done that and continue to do it. It's fun to talk to you about this machine too. So there's also the Aeros Looper coming your way. I'll talk to you about that in a second. But this is the Beatbuddy 121 beats a minute, and jump in. Here comes our play along. I'm going to have to scroll at the bottom of the first page, so cover me. Ready? E minor 4 bars intro. Grab those sheets. Patreon.com. Rolling. What? E minor. There's 3. First verse. They made up their minds, A minor, and they started packing. They left before the sun came. E minor that day. E7. Exit to eternal summer slacking. E minor. Where were they? B7 without ever knowing the way. Okay, second verse. Stay on B minor. They drank up the wine. A minor. They started talking. B7. They now had more important E minor things to say. E7. When the car broke down, they started without ever E minor knowing the way. Here's a D, chorus, wide open. The road that walk on is paved in gold. E minor, it's always summer. B7, you'll never get old. C, you'll never get hung. G, you'll never get old. Shuffle and gray. G, you can see the shadow of D off somewhere. E minor, they won't make it. B7, they really don't care. They wanted the high G, they're happier there. D, shuffle, B7. Day one, next verse, E minor. The children woke up, A minor, and they couldn't find them. B7, they left before the sun came. E minor, that day. E7, they just drove off and left it all A minor behind them. E minor, where were they going? B7 without any. I gotta scroll, covering 1, 2, 3, 4, D. G, chorus, road that they page 2 paved in gold. E minor, it's always summer. B7, they'll never get old. They'll never get hung. G, they'll never D, shuffled and gray. G, you can see the shadows. D, off somewhere. E minor, they won't make it home. B7, but they really don't care. C, they wanted the high G, they're happy to shuffle. D, 1 bar. B7, today. E minor, 1, instrumental. Nice play. Guitar solo here. We'll do a bit of improvising after. Here we go. E minor. I'm gonna E minor. Now stop on this E minor coming. 1, chorus, 3, G, D, paved in gold. E minor, it's always summer. B7, they'll never get old. C, they'll never get hung. G, they'll never D, shuffled and gray. G, you can see their shadows. D, wandering off somewhere. E minor, they won't make it home. B7, they really don't care. C, they wanted the high G, they're happier. D, shuffle today. B7 today. Big build up, 4 bars. 2. There's 3. And stop. 1, 2 counts of 4. E minor outro. 3, 4, 1. A minor. This is your outro. E minor. B7. Stop here. Hey, we did it. Yeah, so I hope you did okay with that. Fast and Furious, man, is it hot in here. It's 85 degrees in here, no doubt. So a great song, and I gotta tell you, those chords happen in so many other songs that when you're doing this song, you're doing a million others. So it's well worth pecking away at, for sure. And hoping it's giving you some right hand stuff. And I wanted to talk to you a bit about improvising. I get a lot of good comments about that. I'll get the looper going here. I'll just put in the instrumental section and you'll see it there. E minor, A minor, B7, etc. I'll get a loop going. This is the Aeros Looper. It talks to the Beatbuddy, and they work so beautifully together. They connect, and when I start the Beatbuddy, it'll count to 4 and then it'll start recording, and I'll do that. I think it's an 8-bar instrumental. Yeah, 8-bar instrumental. And then I'll just talk to you a bit about the scale. The scale that we're going to be looking at is the E blues scale on your sheet. We've done it before. And a little extension here, I call it. That's on your detail sheet, and we use that so often. I know, especially it works so well. The song's in a minor key, and it's an E minor or F sharp minor without the capo, but it's bluesy and it sounds great. Okay, so let me get this going here. I'll get that little thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. There. So the scale itself, 2, 3, 4. seen that before. It's on your sheet. The notes, numbers that are circled underneath, that's your left-hand finger. Now here's the extension. Same notes, different location. It's really comfortable. Make sure, and then ring, first finger tucks over. So be happy with just playing the scale at first, in time. At first, if you stop a note, oh, that doesn't sound good, keep moving. It's important to have a backdrop so you hear how the scale reacts to the chord of the moment. So this guy. Repeat it. Variation. Simple phrases. Repeat it. Doesn't have to be complicated. Ah. Yeah, ton of fun. A great song. Great song. Thanks again, Michael, for this one. A great request. And hey, guys, we're really doing well. Keep it going. Keep the comments coming. Thumbs up mean the world here. I hope that was helpful. I hope you play along. Head to patreon.com/guitar at work. Grab those sheets and many more. And play along is so helpful for you. And I want to thank the good people at Singular Sound for continuing to treat me so well. With the Aeros Looper and the Beatbuddy, grab those. You'll see the links below in the description. And again, use that promo code GAW10, gets you 10% off at the checkout. And much appreciate. Just have fun with it, guys. Let me know how you're doing with it, and let's start her up and take it out of here.